Coming up on Dan and Mac, we're going to look at the Benuo 10.5-inch iPad Pro case. Stay tuned. Welcome to Dan and Mac, and today we're taking a closer look at the Benuo 10.5-inch iPad Pro case. Now this is made of leather and it is very nice, feels great in the hands. The stitching looks great, I don't see any bad areas. Very clean, feels like a very good quality product. Now the first thing we'll notice immediately, we got a nice latch that'll keep your iPad well enclosed when you're on the go. On the back, two separate stands, one for a taller viewing angle, another one for a shorter viewing angle, whichever you prefer and in whichever situation. Maybe you're working with your Apple Pencil, you need a smaller angle, this will do the job very well. We'll get into that much later. Again, we got our cutouts for our camera, our microphone, all the cutouts you'll need for your speakers, your charging. Popping it open, you'll notice immediately we got a hand strap here on top, so when you have your iPad you'll be able to fold it back and then hold it like this. We'll get into that in a little bit. We got two slots for credit cards or business cards. Maybe you want to put some cash or your passport. Got a big slot back here for receipts or small papers. Very business-like. That's what I like about this case. It really feels like something you would use for your business or on the enterprise when you're on the go. So let's go on ahead here and get the iPad slid into the case. I'll take my 10.5-inch iPad Pro. We're gonna take the Velcro, lift it up, and we're gonna go on ahead and slide the iPad right under here. Very easy to slide in, and then we're gonna take the Velcro spot and tuck it under this and then stick it back to the other Velcro here. Might be a little tricky to get the hang of it, but once you get it, you're very good, very secure. That's not gonna go anywhere. You can rest assured. It feels very nice. Like I said, I love this leather. It makes it really feel nice in the hands. Now, if you're wondering if your iPad will shut off when you close the lid, it does, but you gotta kind of put a little bit of pressure on it so it makes sure that it gets all around, because that's the way that magnet is in there that's supposed to trigger it. Because I've noticed I'll have it up, kind of lay it down and it won't shut off. But if you got it on auto lock anyway, you're safe there. Now this is probably one of the major reasons you're gonna buy this iPad is for the hand strap. I do like this thing. You know, you just fold it back, stick your hand through it. You can go landscape with it while you're drawing with your pencil or this way. Very helps with ergonomics, especially when you're walking around. One hack I've learned, if you take and fold this loop back and button it to the case, you can sit in bed or wherever, you know, and holds it secure so it doesn't flop down on you. They do have it advertised that the hand strap is also a stylus slot, but I noticed for the Apple Pencil it might be a little big. We can slide it in here, try to keep it back a little bit so we're not touching the iPad when we fold it shut, but if you go like that, I think this is how it was intended to be. But like I said, you'll fold it in, you know, clip this shut, and then you kind of got a little bit of a bulge there. Not really ideal for an Apple Pencil. I think it was made more for a different stylus. But we can also take the Apple Pencil, just put it on the side here. That works very well, looks very nice. It's not going anywhere. Now, one thing I was concerned about when using this case is that if you use the flash, is it gonna cause a glare? And that has not happened for me. So you can rest assured that your photos will come out great. All right, let's go through a few cons of this case. Number one, the home button. Now this cutout is not exactly perfect for the home button. I've never had a problem with this. It unlocks every time, but it just feels like you're not getting a good grip on your button. So one thing I want to state here too is if you're in Safari and you have it where you're trying to swipe back on a web page, it's not always the easiest to do that because of the leather on the side here, but you can get it. But I've had times where I've had trouble to doing that, but it's hit and miss. It does work sometimes. As far as trying to reach the volume button on the right side, it's a bit of a challenge because this one's curved right at the part where it comes down to your case. You're gonna be interfering with that just a little bit there. But you can get it. It's not the end of the world. So let's take a look at the standing up ability of it. We're gonna take the cover, fold it down, and then we're gonna flip this big one out, and then you stand it on the back of the case like that. Like I said, that's a nice viewing angle, or maybe you want to write on it, so you're going to want to use the smaller one, just like that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now these do magnet back very easily, so they're not flopping down on you. That's very important for a case. Right here on the left side, we've got a nice spot for your credit cards. you know, maybe your business cards, your receipts. I think this is very nice for like enterprise or businesses. You know, you're out on the go, you got the company card right here, makes it very nice that way. You know, maybe you want to put money or a passport in there, they got examples of that too. Anything that'll fit, of course. So all in all, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Benuo 10.5-inch iPad Pro case. Like I said, there's many different configurations. You can find it for the 12.9-inch, you can find it for the 9.7-inch iPad Air. Look through their catalog, see one you like. You really can't go wrong. And thank you for joining me on Dan and Mac.